Okay guys, welcome to part 4 of the Mecha robot for Maya Best Bits. So as you can see, we currently have the basic body shape, the basic arm shape with now, as I did in the last tutorial, a ball joint, as you can see right there. So now what we have to do is, if we take a look at the object, I'm first of all going to select the arm and move it back to where it is in the reference image, just to get it out of the way so we can focus on the leg now, because I feel that's just the next step to model. So yeah, let's model a leg. Start with a cylinder, and again we shall take the cylinder and change it to have 10 subdivisions. We've got to scale the cylinder, just make it slightly wider. We want it to come up a little bit inside the body, so that's fine. But we don't, and then we want to take the bottom, just select the vertices and move that up. Now, let's see, how are we going to do these legs? Well, if I start by taking the body, select object mode, select the whole body, and move the body into position. Now we have a couple ways we can do these legs. They could be, in fact, yeah, I'm going to use the same joint, ball joint, as we've already used. So, but I'm just going to edit it a little bit. So I'm just going to start off by coming to the bottom of the cylinder, that we made. Selecting face, select all the faces, and then again delete those faces. Going to extrude. If I hit the box, which for some reason mine is making it really far away and playing up. If I hit the box and extrude inwards, and then hit G to repeat, extrude up like that. And then what we can do is just again go and create a cylinder of 10 subdivisions, scale it in, and position it like so. We're just going to pretend that there's a, in fact, I'll make the ball joint in there, just select the ball joint that we've already made. I'll select the inner one, because we'll have to make new cutouts on the bigger one. So duplicate that, and I'm not sure if that's worked. Apple D. Aha. Got to select object mode, that's why it wasn't working. Apple D, duplicate it, and then move it down to where the leg is. Let's go and move it across. Okay, let's go into side mode, and we will scale that up and move it down like so. We will duplicate it and scale the duplication up. We'll then rotate it, just let's try that. Nope, it's got to be one. It's got to be done to 0 degrees to be in the right position. And there you have your ball joint, which again just select face mode, and for this one we can just select the bottom part like that, and we have our ball joint. If I then select object mode and select that square, which we can, that cylinder which can be scaled in. Now this ball joint will have to be rotated a little, and then so will the cylinder that we just made. Scale it in a bit more, like so. Move it across a bit and counter rotate it a little bit. So rotate it about there will do. We're then going to select it's made a couple duplications for some reason. Then going to select, just go into side view to make sure that's okay. In perspective view, sorry. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We're then going to select vertex, select the top vertexes and move them up and across, just about there will do. And then select this, the bottom vertexes, and move them down and again down and across. So we've got it like that. Now once we've done that, we can select the ball joint again, duplicate it, move it down. We want to rotate it to fit the leg, so maybe about there. We'll then move it into position. So we have one, and then we have if I duplicate the leg and move that down into position down here by the foot, and move those vertexes across and maybe down a bit like that, and then move those vertexes across and up a bit like that. We're going to model the foot in a minute, so for now all I need to focus on is what I'm modelling here. And then if I take the ball joint again, duplicate that, rotate it around to fit the bottom part of the leg. Now I'm going to select the first one and scale it up. I'm going to move it down a bit. If I move the leg down a bit and the other ball joint down a bit, and then what I have to do now is just rotate that ball joint to make it fit the form of the leg. Maybe not so much, just a little bit. So like so. I'm going to select the outer ball joint and go face and just select the bottom. Selected a row too many, just the bottom part of the face is just there so the ball won't fall out. And there you have your basic leg form, which can then if I select the ball joints like so, they can then be moved across. So that one goes there, and this one goes right there. So there's a perfect positioning, and then I just select the legs and move them into position like so. Just shape them up, get them all into position like that, and yeah, that will do. If I select object mode, so if you look here, I now have one perfectly formed leg, which just needs to have a bar going down the middle to support it, which is just literally a simple cylinder again. If I do it right there, I come and make it again subdivisions of 10. I scale it right in. I'm going to do this bit by bit, so scale it in, move it up, select object mode again, and scale it in, just to get it thin enough. There you go, that's thin enough. So done that, I can then just move it into position like so, and select the last part and just move it across into position. Just make sure it's in position on, just move it up a wee bit there and in a wee bit there. And there you have one leg for your mecha robot. So now what we've got to do, which in the next tutorial I shall be showing you how to model the foot for your mecha robot, which will just be a continuation of the bottom of the cylinder down here, but I'll show you how to do that in the next tutorial. I hope you're enjoying these tutorials in the mecha robot, and thank you and goodbye.